Title: One YouTuber Changed Africa's Image. This wasn't just a YouTube tour, it was Africa's most powerful rebrand in years. Millions watched iShowSpeed travel across Africa, but almost no one is talking about what it really showed the world. This wasn't a documentary, it wasn't a charity campaign. It was raw, unscripted, real-time exposure. And that matters, because perception shapes tourism, tourism shapes investment, and investment shapes the future. During his Africa tour, iShowSpeed visited countries across North, West, East, and Southern Africa, including Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, Ethiopia, Kenya, Morocco, South Africa, Rwanda, and more. Different cultures, different cities, different energy. But one common thread: millions of global viewers were watching live, not through headlines, not through outdated narratives, but through experience. And here's where it gets interesting: some countries understood the moment immediately. Local authorities coordinated security and crowd control, so energy stayed high without shutting everything down. Tourism institutions allowed cities to be seen as they are. Markets alive with commerce, nightlife full of youth energy, streets filled with music and movement. Ghana leaned into cultural pride and local creator involvement. South Africa showcased adventure, youth culture, and modern city life. Morocco blended sports passion and urban vibrancy. Senegal and Rwanda demonstrated organization and access. They didn't over-script the moment. They allowed Africa to speak for itself. And then came that scene. The night drone shot over Ethiopia. At night, cities don't lie. What the world saw wasn't darkness, it was light stretching across the skyline. Electric grids, road networks, urban density, infrastructure. Economists actually use nighttime lights as a proxy for economic growth. And in that moment, millions saw something powerful, an Africa that is connected, expanding, building. That single aerial shot challenged decades of outdated perception, without saying a word. Now here's where this becomes bigger than tourism. For Africans in the diaspora, moments like this matter deeply. Because before people invest, they need confidence. Before confidence, they need familiarity. And familiarity starts with visibility. When diaspora audiences watched those cities live, the lights, the crowds, the organization, they weren't just entertained. They were recalibrating what's possible. This is how investment interest is born. Not from reports, not from conferences, but from exposure. Visibility leads to familiarity. Familiarity builds confidence, confidence attracts tourism, and tourism often becomes the first step toward capital. That's the modern pipeline. ShowSpeed didn't set out to rebrand Africa, but by streaming everyday life, the laughter, the culture, the infrastructure, the crowds, he helped shift a global narrative. The question now isn't whether Africa has potential. The question is whether African institutions will intentionally harness moments like this moving forward. Because in the digital era, creators are no longer influencers. They are broadcasters. Africa doesn't need to convince the world it's ready. It needs to be seen clearly. Because when people see the lights, the movement, the systems, and the scale, the conversation changes. Not can Africa grow, but how do I take part? This wasn't just a tour. It was a glimpse of Africa's trajectory, and at Africa Builds, we're not reacting to the future. We're documenting how it's being built.